Well, Mr. Travis Wright, we have had Mr. Charlie Lee on the show, what, 3, 4 times?
We have had him on several times. Yeah, definitely. I think at least 3, maybe 4.
And yet there's another Lee brother there.
Yeah, we got Tommy Lee, the drummer from Motley Crue here
That's
today.
great. Girls, girls. No, not that Lee.
Oh, not that Lee.
No.
Bruce Lee.
Not Bruce Lee.
Not
Bruce
Bruce
Lee. He's long gone.
That's true.
The reincarnation of Bruce Lee is also not here. No, we have Mr. Bobby Lee,
Bobby Lee.
a legend in a staple in the blockchain and Bitcoin community, is with us today, and he's got some cool stuff to share. I'm actually holding the cool stuff in my hand right now, and you guys are going to want to listen.
So, Mike, you hear that?
I do, to this whole thing, because you're going to have a chance to win something cool. Bobby Lee, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Thank you for having me. So excited to be here on Bad Crypto.
Have you felt neglected because we've had Charlie on so many times?
Oh, not at all, not at all.
Actually, Bobby's been on before. He got interviewed by Rachel Wolfson.
Yeah, so technically he's been on the show, but we haven't spoken.
We have not.
That's right.
And I'm so
First
glad
time.
to finally meet you. Fist bump, brother.
All right, fist bump.
Boom!
Okay, so you actually have a long and storied history in the blockchain community. So why don't you kind of give us an overview of your bio?
Yeah, sure. So my brother actually introduced me to Bitcoin. Charlie, this was in 2011. Very thankful, grateful to him. He actually got me into mining Bitcoin. So I started mining Bitcoin in the summer of 2011. In fact, I bought some of his used ATI graphics cards from his mining rig, and I moved them over to China in Shanghai. I mined with my own setup with 4 of those ATI, I think 5970s, I think, which ones. And at the time, it was just mining, a few Bitcoins a summer. It was actually ended up being about 20, 21 Bitcoins. So at the time, it was worth, what is it, $800, barely covered electricity costs. Didn't think much of it. It was just a hobby. So actually, 2 years later, I decided I left Walmart, e-commerce in China at the time, and decided to pursue my professional career in Bitcoin. That's when I partnered up with 2 people in China and to launch BTC China as a company. So the BTC China was China's very first Bitcoin exchange. And in that year, 2013, we did fundraising and all that, and we saw the price go up. Towards the end of the year, the prices on our exchange that drove the action around the world. We became the world's largest exchange by trading volume. We overtook Mt. Gox at the time by November, December. And the rest is history. So actually, the history had its bumps. China banned Bitcoin 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that was my first question there. Is how did China react to the launching of BTC China?
BTC China was a website that first got started up in 2011. So that was the very first Bitcoin exchange. In China, in Chinese language, we don't call it an exchange, we call it a trading platform. Because in Chinese regulation, an exchange needed a license, whereas a trading platform didn't. But again, we're using English.
Semantics.
Semantics, yeah, exactly. So in China, we call ourselves a Bitcoin trading platform. But nonetheless, there was no license to be granted. We couldn't get one even if we asked for it. So we ran it, as a trading platform, as a website, up until 2017. But during that time, we saw the rise in 2013. We saw the crackdown, the PBOC, the Bank of China, central bank, they issued guidance. And then we saw several ups and downs. Eventually, by 2017, we were actually optimistic. They actually came knocking on the door in January of 2017. That's when Bitcoin crossed $1,000 again for the second time. It was distinctly memorable because we were watching a Star Wars movie, and right after the movie, they called us. So we're coming in. There was the movie was Friday night. They said we're coming in on Monday morning, 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. We're like, what? What do you mean? We're going to bring all the warriors. We didn't know what was going on, so they came in, and basically they were investigating what's going on because they were upset that prices went over $1,000.
China was upset.
China was upset that the Bitcoin price went over US dollar 1,000. And to me, that's ludicrous. Like, it's not like as if I could control the prices. Oh, they're knocking, so let me turn the prices down. It's not, it's like
hold on, you
the neighbor's complaining about my stereo being too loud. Let me just turn the volume down. So it's insane. They would think that we could do something about it even. But of course, they issued a press release, and the price did come down a little bit because people were scared China's going to ban Bitcoin again. But
and you said, there you go. See, we got it down.
No, seriously, because the PBOC people, they have their the echelon of like the boss and the underlings. The underlings will whisper to me, they're like, Bobby, do something to lower the price. I'm like, Like he or she
Right.
thought like we really could do something
Yeah,
about it. Like,
yeah.
like there's nothing I can do. It's a global.
I'm not Bob Toshi.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, so it's
I'm
crazy.
Bob
It's
Tosley.
crazy.
That's
so
perfect.
I would then whisper back, say, "Hey, there's nothing we could do. You know, this is a global
Just wait.
asset class."
It'll go down soon enough.
Anyways, so it was ludicrous. But that spring, they said, "Okay, fine. You couldn't do anything about it." We actually stopped withdrawals. We stopped Bitcoin withdrawals for a few months. It was one of those self-inflicted sort of policies, but that didn't work. Bitcoin prices kept creeping up, and eventually, by that summer, they said we'll issue licenses. So we got in line to get 3 licenses. Us and the 2 other competitors, Warpy and OK, were in line to get the licenses. But then the rug got pulled out underneath us. What happened was
What year was this again?
2017.
Okay, yeah.
So spring of 2017, if you remember in May, there was a WannaCry virus. This is the malware attack. Do you remember that globally?
I do.
A lot of computers got infected and they were asking for ransom in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So now the government thinks, hey, Bitcoin is bad because of the WannaCry virus.
Yeah. And
Malware.
Silk Road.
And Silk Road and all the bad stuff.
Right.
We're like, wait a minute, that's not us either. Because that's just a malware hackers asking for ransom in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they ask for ransom in US dollars, should we just cancel the US dollar?
Yeah.
We just cancel the US dollar.
We should cancel the US dollar because it's busted.
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
Uh,
So somehow they associated us, the ecosystem, with the WannaCry virus. So the upper echelon of the government, they said, okay, let's just not give our license, let's just close everything down. And by the summer, there was ICO boom, if you recall, summer 2007 ICO boom, and that did not go over well either. So
They banned ICOs.
They banned ICOs, and with that, they threw the baby out with the bathwater. So they actually said no ICOs and no Bitcoin exchanges either, and no Bitcoin trading platforms.
Right.
So that came in November, on November 4th. That was a document, and we were like, uh-oh. So
That didn't stop the price to go down.
it went down to, by then it was, I'm trying to think.
Well, if we're talking November 2017, like, that's right when it's getting
No,
ready to
no, it
go.
was September 2017.
Okay.
It was over $1,000, 1,255. I forgot exactly what
Yeah.
price. But
And it's so crazy. I went from September to December. It went from
Oh, went
12
crazy,
to 20.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it all started a year earlier, in the fall of 2016, right? The price rise. It went up 10x in 1 year.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, after September 4th, a week later, they called us in on September 14th. They called us into the PDOC office in Pudong, Shanghai.
The People's Bank of China.
Yeah, this is the Pudong Financial District, whatever regulatory firm.
Is that in Shanghai?
and then- in Shanghai, yeah. They called all the Shanghai-related exchanges in, and we were the most representative, being BTCC. And they had us sitting across one side of the table, all the exchange operators and all that, and on the other side were the lawyers, the police, all the divisions, all the regulators, and all that stuff. And essentially, they warned us, they threatened us. Like,
Then you basically shit
they're
your pants.
they're
You're
like,
like,
reminder,
oh man.
yeah, exactly. They said, reminder,
Oh my God.
you guys are running a
We're in
Bitcoin,
China.
Bitcoin trading platform,
Yeah.
and you don't have a license. And they read us this long thing. One guy even wrote a poem. He's like, thou shalt be, he said, be calm, be respectful, don't take risks, listen, follow the rules. And then they kindly pointed to us, here's the police in case we need to enforce anything, they're in the room.
Oh,
And here are the
nice.
lawyers in case you want to go to court. So they brought out the court.
Wow.
And basically they wanted us on that day, on September 14th, to announce we're going to close the exchange. So we announced it that very day.
yeah.
Because if not,
If not, they showed us the people on the left and the people on the right.
Yeah.
clowns to the left of me, jokers on the right. Here I am. Yeah, we're shutting down BCCC.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
real gonna add that to the playlist.
There you go.
So that was that, and you had to close it down.
We closed down within a month.
Okay.
We announced that same night. We announced we're going to shut down. Of
And you
course,
did
when
like
we
a bunch-
announced it,
everyone
we said that we read the documents in reflection, in hindsight, or not in hindsight, but in rereading documents, we realized we're going to close. Yeah.
So then people were able then to
Withdraw.
get
Yeah,
over
we gave
those.
them a month to stop the trading engine and all that stuff, and then we opened. We had this positive withdrawals open for the rest of the year, for the rest of the 2 years. So
They
everyone.
just didn't want the activity on it. It's like you can get your money out, but you need to stop. acting as an exchange.
Exactly.
You're not licensed. We do
Exactly.
that. So
Exactly.
what did you do next?
So we had our mother company, the parent company is called BTCC. We had a mining pool, wallets, and all that stuff, and exchange in Hong Kong and so on. So we actually got an acquisition offer. So we sold that company at the end of 17. The deal closed in January 2018. So it's been exactly 2 months since the acquisition, since our company got sold. So I made a bunch of money. 2018, I took a year off, sabbatical.
Which is probably a good idea since
Well,
it's
yeah,
such
it's
a shit
great.
show.
It was great.
2018 was so
Yeah.
challenging
Yeah.
for folks. Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of conferences, went speaking, went to activities and stuff like that. So I wasn't doing anything formal per se. But during my BTCC years, one of the most exciting things was actually doing the BTCC mint coins. These were the physical coins. Remember the Cassius coins by Mike
Yeah, it
Caldwell?
was actual Bitcoin.
Yeah. So we did that same thing. We launched them. Our innovation was made them out of titanium, and we loaded the coins with brand new, fresh, virgin Bitcoins from the Bitcoin block reward. So every day there's 144 blocks. At the time it was 25 or 12 and a half Bitcoins. So we loaded the coins with these fresh, virgin coins. You follow me?
I'm with you. I mean,
Yeah.
the newly minted.
They hadn't had sex yet.
They hadn't had sex yet. That's right, no transactions. Couldn't trace the origin.
Right.
So I made over 30,000 coins from the biggest denomination, the blocks of 25 BTC, down to 25 to 12 and a half to 5 Bitcoins, 1 Bitcoin, half a Bitcoin, a tenth of a Bitcoin, all the way down to a thousandth of a Bitcoin in the form of poker chips. We had purple color,
Nice.
color,
So those are
green,
out
red,
circulating.
blue, white. They're all sold out circulating, over 30,000 pieces.
Well, it sucks because I was going to ask for a few.
Yeah, I don't have any.
I could have some of those
You can
50
buy them on
Bitcoin
eBay.
ones.
You can
Okay.
buy them on eBay.
Yeah.
They're all sold out, and they've been. So there's over 30,000 of these units out there, and I think between 7 to 8,000 BTC value. So market value today is over 60, 70 million dollars worth of Bitcoins in all those.
That came from your minings.
Yeah,
your
came from
mining
our
pool.
mining pool. I was a coin maker making physical coins. The reason I bring this up is a trust factor. So people have really trusted me for many years, since 2013 with BTC China. I'm probably the only one person that can say with a straight face that I built one of the world's largest exchanges, and I shut it down and gave everyone back their money.
Mount Cox cannot say that.
Mount Gox, can I say that? Even the ones running today, it's not clear they can unwind.
Well, a lot of
and
them, there's some. It looks like there's so much fraudulent,
Absolutely.
exchange volume going on that if they were called to task on that to try to, show us all that Bitcoin that it's
Yeah,
on
it's
your
really
system,
hard.
that I don't know that they're going to be able to do that.
Yep. So we unwound it very nicely.
Bobby Lee,
Yeah.
the most trusted name in crypto.
Well,
Yeah.
and you're bringing that trust with you because you've got a new project that you are behind. It is a crypto wallet, and it's called Ballet.
Correct.
And we danced our way in here. The sound that you hear there is the card against Travis's Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, can you actually hear that in the thing?
Oh, yeah, I can hear it.
Stainless steel.
Very nice.
Just like the Tesla Cybertruck.
Okay, we see a lot of wallets. We get, we've seen the Trezor, we've seen the Ledger, we've had the Cool Wallet S sent to us, and
Yeah.
we've seen Binance's little wallet they made, and there's a bunch of them. So what's broken in the wallet world that we need another wallet?
Well, the wallet, by the way, almost all the wallets you mentioned just now, I have them, I've used them,
Sure.
I own them.
You better. You need to know
Absolutely,
what's out
absolutely.
there.
I didn't use the Open Dime, you mentioned the Ledger wallets, there's a lot of
Oh,
steel
here's somebody
wallets.
at the door. I'm gonna go get it.
There's a bunch of other wallets that I've used, okay? Now, nothing's fundamentally wrong about them, but what I realize is for all these wallets, they're quite hard to use, okay? So for the uninitiated, all of those traditional hardware, electronic-based wallets are quite hard to use, okay? So I have no problem using it. I come from a tech background. I have 2 degrees of computer science from Stanford University. So I know
Why
my
didn't you just get one?
Make
because
brand
I got
plans.
my bachelor's degree and I stayed on. I was
Okay.
silly enough to stay on for another master's degree.
Okay.
In hindsight, I should have left earlier and go make my stock options in Silicon Valley. Yeah, but nonetheless, so all those traditional wallets are electronics, electronic nature. So they have chips in them. They have NFC chips, Bluetooth chips. They have batteries, or they take a charge, a USB cable, and all that stuff. So a few things. Electronics, it turns out, not easy. You have to pair it with your phone. You have to plug the cable in.
If it doesn't work, you can
If it
do
doesn't
crypto.
work, yeah, you can reset the password. Basically there are all sorts of passwords and PIN codes and all sorts of reliability issues and firmware upgrade. Why do they upgrade the firmware so many times if it's so secure?
I don't like having to upgrade my firmware because often, they always say have your 12-word key handy.
Yeah, available, yeah.
It's never handy because it's locked up in off location.
Exactly.
As much as I love my Trezor, that is one of the, so I don't upload the firmware. I don't upgrade the firmware often.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the pitfalls I've realized over the years, right? When I first bought it, I didn't realize there was going to be so many firmware upgrades, but now it's like a pain in the, So I don't.
In the what?
In the
Where
behind.
does it hurt? Okay. Show me where the pain hurts you.
Exactly. So what I realized is, you know what? Maybe non-electronic is the way to go. And I'm using my experience.
Yes, so the little light bulb going over.
Exactly. I'm using my experience from the BTCC Mint coins, from the Casacious coins, a paper wallet. So what Ballet has done is essentially created a glorified paper wallet. But the difference is, it's not made of paper. We put it on a nice, thick stainless steel card.
Very nice.
Yes, it's very hard. So you feel
It's bigger than a credit card to do it. It's way thick.
It's
Very
the
stainless.
same size, but it's thicker than a credit card.
Yeah.
You might not get in an airplane like with this. They might
Oh yeah,
say this is a weapon.
in fact, if I put my wallet in my pocket, if I go through the thing, they'll ask me to take out my wallet, and it goes through the X-ray because the steel in here really causes the metal detector to go off.
Oh, great. So now we get more padded down to TSA. Thanks a lot, Bob Lee.
Exactly. Well, the reason we make it so hefty is because I want people to really feel it and hold it and feel the sense of weight. That cryptocurrency is worth something and not just.
How much is a Bitcoin weigh?
This thing is sexy.
It is.
I'm looking at this right here, and we got the
You like the quality?
first day of issue, limited edition, real back Bitcoin Ballet, AA001109. That's really fancy. That's really cool. And so explain the mechanism of this. So I understand I can scan this code and I can send this Bitcoin.
Yes.
I understand that. Now, and I know that everybody else is going to understand that I can send Bitcoin to this by just scanning that QR code.
Yeah.
How do I send Bitcoin
Well,
from this?
Before we talk about sending, I want to emphasize what you just said there.
Yeah.
Everyone can send Bitcoin to it just by scanning the front QR code.
Yeah.
This is the first wallet. Think about this. This is the first wallet in the world that requires no setup. No setup.
No
What
setup.
do I do?
There's nothing that you take out of the box.
Let's do this. So I'm going to put my mic down, Travis, and let's get the sound of me opening this.
Yeah.
So this is me opening the cardboard.
Cardboard box.
Okay.
So
So the
Oh,
box
there you
is
go.
open, and there's a box to protect
Well,
it.
first there's a letter I wrote to the community.
Okay.
Oh, dear community. We don't read that shit. It's
Okay,
got
fine.
words. It's
We-
words.
Thank you for choosing.
Our fans don't read that. They like to listen to things.
Physical wallet. Okay, so there's a thing
Move on.
here.
There's a wallet itself.
There's a wallet. I'm pulling it out with a little plastic sleeve.
And there it is. Hey, buddies.
All
right.
Wallet buddies. Okay, so now I'm looking at this thing, and what do I need to do?
Well, so by the way, there's also a protective acrylic case to on the
practice
top.
safe Bitcoin.
Yeah,
But
But
exactly.
you don't need an acrylic case.
You don't
This
need-
thing is
but the point
stainless steel, baby.
Exactly, but the point is, this wallet has no setup. So literally, you take it out of the box. For a newbie, they can now instantly receive Bitcoin. So if you were generous to send Bitcoin to the person receiving it, you can just scan that QR code using any wallet that you
I
use.
just set up something from my Coinbase account.
Exactly, Coinbase, whatever, and you
But
can
I can also send them like Litecoin.
you could.
How does that work? Because
Okay,
it's just
so
one QR
you're
code.
right, you're right. So the card itself has one primary coin address on the QR code.
Yeah.
If you use the app called Ballet Crypto, by the way, the app is available on Android, Google Play, and iOS.
Okay.
It's also available for desktop. We just launched a desktop version for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Okay.
We have a web browser version for Chrome and Safari on our website.
And that's balletcrypto.com.
Yeah, that's our
Ballet
Windows
like
site.
BALLET, like
Yes.
doing a little dance.
Exactly, the dance ballet.
like Bollywood.
Yeah, not ballet.
Ballet,
Not like
ballet,
this.
ballet.
No.
Yeah, ballet, BALLET, simple and elegant.
Simple and elegant. I love that. I
Yes.
love that, Mr. Bobby.
And also, it's a name that's more female friendly because we don't want a geeky name. We want this for mass adoption.
It is very sexy.
But do you recommend that people carry this with them?
No, there's two use cases. I'll explain that in a little bit. So I'm going to answer the question about how do you send it. So by how do you store Litecoin? So by downloading the app is optional. If you just send Bitcoin, you can just send it. But if you want Litecoin, Ethereum, all that, the app, download it and you scan the card with the app. Then you can enable the all the other coins. Okay, I'm going to show you guys on my mobile phone here. I know-
Oh my God, you have so much crypto.
Oh
Jesus.
yes, look at that! Look at how
What?
rich, how crypto rich I am. So you click manage, and you have all the other coins in there. Okay. from all the Bitcoin forks to the Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, Tether, Binance Coin.
Oh, bad coin?
Anus
Oh, no,
coin?
it's okay.
Oh, Unis.
So basically a whole bunch, and we support all the ERC20 coins as
Okay.
well. So all the ERC20 tokens and so on. So with this, now you can have the receive and get the receive address for every single coin you want, and just copy paste.
Okay, now where does this go? Does this get stored on a wallet on the phone then? Then
No,
it's
so,
not
the,
just.
so the, on the phone app, what happens is a watch-only wallet. So if you're technical enough, what happens is everything that happens on the phone doesn't matter because the phone does not have the private keys, right? So the credentials, the private key credentials, are still on that
So
stainless steel card.
where?
Well, what happens is this: it's actually
I mean, I see
yeah,
a
you
public
sort of
address.
see it. You sort of see it. What you see is the deposit address. Now, if you peel back, it's a sticker. See that silver?
Yeah.
It's a sticker. If you were to peel that back, feel free
Do I
to do
want to
so.
do that?
Yeah, I mean, we're testing it anyway, so go ahead and do that.
Okay.
If you peel back, you see this yellow background. This is the encrypted private key. That's the encrypted private key. Okay? It shows up in two formats. One is in QR code machine readable, but most importantly, it shows up in human readable text, in Courier font.
Okay.
Monospace font. Okay? So it's very readable.
I like that you said Courier. It's the Courier font.
Yes.
Not Comic Sans, because that would be some bullshit.
Yeah. So it's in text format, human readable. You know, our eyes won't go bad.
But that's a private key.
That's encrypted private key.
Oh,
This
so
uses-
if somebody were to steal this,
No, hold on.
All right,
Someone still
I'll
say it's
try to
still,
keep up with you.
Yeah, keep up with me. So it's encrypted in the sense that we use a two-factor key process. So there's actually a passphrase to this private key, a password, long passphrase. Okay, the passphrase is underneath the scratch off on the bottom.
okay,
So if you use a coin scratch off, or use a fingernail scratch off the bottom, you'll get a string of letters and numbers in white,
okay.
and that's a passphrase. So together, using BIP38 open standard, this is non-proprietary, okay? This is not a Bally invention. This is BIP38 open standard. You combine the two, you get the real private key. And that real private key, using the app, it can then move the coins by signing the transactions. You follow me?
I'm not sure. I know that I think our folks that are listening might be able to. So you have to see the thing, but I still don't necessarily know. It's like, all right, now I want to send. So I got to send
Use
from
the
my app.
From the app.
From
the
my
app.
app.
The app is a tool that processes the private key information on the
I
coin.
mean, this isn't the blockchain.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all on the blockchain, you're right, exactly.
Yeah.
All the coins actually on the blockchain, they're locked
Sure.
on the blockchain.
Yeah.
On the Litecoin blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain, Dogecoin blockchain, it's all there.
Yeah.
Now, why do they belong to you? These coins belong to you because you have the unique private key. And where are your
But it's
private
like-
keys?
it's here.
It's on your wallet. It's broken into two parts. You need both parts combined to actually unlock the key.
Yeah.
But
So
they're
you,
both
how do you
good.
combine them? You
They're
combine
both
them on
on
the
the
app,
card.
and you combine them on the
Yeah,
app.
the app will walk you through the step. When you say I want to
Okay,
send some Litecoin, Bitcoin, it'll walk you through the step and say, okay, how many BTCs do you want to send to what address? And then it say, are you
You
ready?
want to send me all of them. You want to send
All
me
of them.
all of
So
them. Okay.
what happens if somebody mugs me and takes my card?
Okay, you're exactly right. So in that case, you are shit out of luck.
You're screwed.
Right, you're screwed.
No, you're
because
shit out of luck. Bobby Lee said you're shit out of luck.
because
Can I be
well, what
straight?
happens? What happens is you have to treat this physical wallet as cash. It says on the back. Treat it like gold. Treat it like paper money, like fiat money. Because
Because
we
what happens if
find-
somebody steals your stack of $100 bills? You're out of luck.
Yeah, no, I get
Exactly.
it. I'm
We've-
just making
we've
sure
turned-
there's not another element here that
There
I'm
isn't.
missing.
It's on purpose. We've turned virtual cryptocurrency into a physical good.
I
It's
see.
called a bearer instrument. So this is the magic.
Rawr.
We've literally created
Turn a
a
bearer
bearer
market.
instrument container where you could put cryptocurrency on there. And we did it on purpose. It's bad, it's pros and cons. What are the cons? Well, if you lose it, you're shit out of luck.
Like anything that you own.
Yeah, like your watch, your eyeglasses, my shirt, my car, anything I
Don't
lose.
take my
I'm-
glasses, man. I can't see.
Well, yeah, right. So my point is that we did it on purpose. Well, what's the benefit? Well, the benefit is if I put crypto on here as a bearer instrument, I can actually give it away to people. Think about that.
It's true.
You can give away
It's
crypto as gifts.
like a sweet ass gift card. Like-
Paper wallets suck, right? It's so
Fragile.
And
Archaic.
they're scary too, because like here I am printing a public and a private key that might be vulnerable, that somebody has the code, or
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm trusting the
Exactly.
engine to create this paper.
Exactly. So you're basically outsourcing that creation process to Valerie. I have 9 years of crypto experience. I have 3 years of making coins or BTCC mint. I've been a coin maker since 2016. That was 4 years ago. None of my coins have ever been streaked. None of my coins have ever been hacked, stolen. Perfect, pristine record. I have 7 years of experience with the BTC China. So I have a stellar reputation.
Did you ever lose any Bitcoin?
Personally,
Yeah.
I have not. I have not lost any Bitcoin personally.
How's that feel, Travis? He's all verklempt.
Yeah. Well,
I've never lost any Bitcoin.
well, whenever that Slashdot article came out, I got on, so I was probably one of the first 20,000 people on
This
there.
is 2010.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
And then
amazing.
My computer mined a block of Bitcoin, and then I got 5 Bitcoin
Oh,
from
no.
Szabo.
Oh, no.
But then my computer crashed,
Oh, no.
and I never thought to get my Bitcoin off.
Ah.
But I got all my important like photos and stuff off, but I never thought to get those 55 Bitcoin, which was
Oh,
worth
my goodness.
$1.1 million in January
Oh, my
of
goodness.
2018 or whatever. So
goodness.
it would be nice to have those back. I
It's
really
worth a
wish.
whole lot less, and
That's
but
true.
it hit 3,200. So
That's
there's
true.
that.
You gotta buy it back. Buy it back. That's what I say. I say,
Yeah.
shake it off, buy it back.
Yeah, we got some work to do, folks. If that's the case, buy it back.
But the same thing, if you were to lose a Valley card,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot help you. Literally, I cannot help you because we have deleted the keys and the passphrases to all of Valley wallets. After we bring them out of the factory, we delete
And
them.
how do we know that?
Because that's part of my business process.
Okay.
And no, that's a good
Because
question.
we-
Let me tell you how you know it. You know it because you look me in the eyes, you ask me if I've done it, I've done it. And you know why I've done it? Because I want to do it. Think about it.
Let me
I'm
look
a
in your
multi-
eyes.
Yeah, I've done it. Am I
Those
lying?
are really sexy eyes, Mr. Bobby.
I'm just seeing a reflection of myself.
There you go. There you go.
Am I looking
I'm
at-
staring at you. Yeah, but think about it. I'm a self-made multimillionaire now. I'm well off. I can
Bragger.
retire.
Bragger.
Well, it's true. I sold my company. I invested in Bitcoin early.
For sure.
I don't want to.
Can you mine shitloads of Bitcoin? Yeah.
A little bit. I mined only 21 Bitcoins that year, okay? Not as much as other people. But the point is this. The point is I'm financially independent and well off. If I wanted to scam people, I could have scammed people at BTC China.
Be connect.
If I wanted to scam people, I could have scammed people at BTC Mint by sweeping all their coins, which I did not do because why? I deleted those private keys.
Because
as
the
well.
reputation is
I
more
can't.
important.
It's more important.
Way more.
It's worth more to me now. So why would I go out of my way to scam people in 2020 or 2019?
So do you see
Think about
people
it, right?
carrying small amounts of Bitcoin with them on this?
You can do that.
I
So-
mean, you don't.
Or
see
we wouldn't
people with a
necessarily-
whole lot of
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
You wouldn't even
Okay,
need it though,
I-
because once you have the app, if it's on the thing, you can keep this locked in your vault.
Exactly. So for people who are hodlers, okay, either newbies or old timers, you can keep this in a vault and keep a portion of Bitcoins on here, lock it up. I don't care if it's a bank vault, a home vault, or dig a hole or whatever, time capsule. And then once you have the app and you scanned it, you have a watch-only wallet on your phone. And it doesn't matter if you change your phone every
So you
year.
can't
It doesn't matter if you
spend from it?
upgrade. You cannot spend from it. You can receive.
Okay.
You can generate new. You can
I
generate.
like that.
Yeah.
Just send me all your Bitcoin. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't necessarily know how to spend it yet though. I understand the process of it.
I'll walk you through it.
But it's like, so here we go. So I understand the code here.
We'll
I
do it right now.
understand
We'll
the
do it right
code
now.
here.
That's your Bitcoin card. That's my card. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it live on the podcast, right? Here's what we're gonna do, okay?
Here we go. Okay.
So here's
Ladies
this
and
is my.
gentlemen, Bobby Lee is opening his wallet right
Okay.
now.
So my app, I press scan on my app.
Mm-hmm.
I scan my card.
Yep.
This is the sound of scanning happening right now.
Okay. Okay, that's my card. It's about $67 on it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send you each $5. How's
Very
that?
nice.
Good.
Very
I'm ready,
So
man.
press send. What currency I use? I choose Bitcoin.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Now press scan. And then what I do is, when I press scan, I'm gonna scan your code. And I have a multi-scan ability on this
Ah,
app.
so scan you.
Now I
then
scan
me.
I just scan. See
That's
that?
badass, yes.
Scan you,
Done.
scan
And
me.
now I type in 0.0006. That's $5 of Bitcoin to each of you individually.
Could I have less zeros in mine, please?
I'll give
Can you make it 6.0?
Yeah, exactly. Is that good? $5?
Sounds good.
Okay, all right. So I click next, and now it's asking me to type in my passphrase. So this is a part where I have to scratch off the bottom of my card,
Okay.
and there's about a 24 digit passphrase. I'm gonna type it all in.
Okay, while Bobby's typing in that passphrase.
Yep. And I'm not gonna repeat it on the phone, on the podcast here, but essentially you just type it in here. So you're making me nervous, and I'm typing it wrong.
It's happening now. You guys really need to feel the weight of this card. It's really, it just feels impressive. It kind of reminds me of the American Express black card.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Made of stainless steel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, titanium.
Is that titanium?
I think it's titanium.
Yeah. We made it even thicker. Okay. So after I typed
It's
in
titanium plus.
yeah. So after I typed in the passphrase, now it's asking for the encrypted private key. So now I turned on the camera. I peel back the sticker.
Okay.
I let it scan. It scanned it, and now after scanning it, if I typed it in correctly, it will match up. It will decode correctly. If I typed it in wrong or used the wrong card, the wrong passphrase, it will say error. Sorry, I cannot unlock it. You must have done something wrong. Go back a step.
Did you do it right?
I did it right. So it says please review and send 0.012. Send now.
Okay.
Done.
Done. I just saw my card vibrate.
I did.
So
I
it,
was gonna say that.
it got $5 heavier. It got $5
It
heavier.
electrocuted
But
me.
you can tell. But yeah.
It got $5 heavier, and
Cheers, Bobby
my
Lee.
card got $5 lighter.
So in a few minutes, because it has to go through blockchain,
Yeah.
right? Take its time.
So-
you could actually scan this public
Absolutely.
code,
Absolutely.
and you would see on the block.
So in fact, if I scan your wallet
There it is, right there.
and watch, what does it say? How much?
It says $5.
$5.
How does it do that already?
Because it's zero confirmation. We know it's about to be confirmed.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. So there's no need to wait for the confirmation because we have the private keys. Plus, you have the private keys, so it's going to come over. Unless I were to double spend or something, which
Yeah.
won't happen.
I gotta tell you, Mr. Bobby Lee, that is fancy as shit.
It
right
is.
there.
It is.
That is really cool. So you know what? That process of showing it, then I go, it
Now
makes
you get it, now you
it
get it,
makes
right?
so much sense. But going through the other way and going, wow, I don't know, I just don't understand how that works.
All right, Bobby, listen.
Now I get it. This is good.
This is pretty cool stuff, and I think that Ballet should give some wallets to Bad Crypto listeners. What do
I
you
would
think?
love to do that.
Yeah.
You guys have the most amazing audience. They should get a chance to try this out for
How
free.
about-
How
For free?
Yeah.
How many you want to give away?
Let's do 10.
No.
More.
Yeah, we have a lot more listeners.
How about 20? You know what? We should go all the way and go give out 50 wallets for
How
free.
about- how about a million wallets?
21 million
50
wallets.
wallets.
We could do that. We could do
50
that. Do you have a
wallets.
big audience base?
We do have a big audience base.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's give out to
Yeah.
50 lucky
Can
audience
we put $1
winners.
on it each one for them? No, that's it. They're already in the thing. Or they scan on the thing. Does it scan on the box?
Can you scan the public address in the box still?
Yes, the box, what happens is we've made a special, we designed it specially. You don't have to open that one, just look at this one, okay? So what happens is, what you did earlier was you pulled the tab and you opened the box. But without opening it, we have a special flap next to the symbol where you can actually crack this open like this. And then this will reveal the QR code.
That's cool.
That way you can send it.
You're gonna put a buck on each one. Just
Yeah,
so
maybe we could do
can
that.
send it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. If you want to win one of 50 Ballet Real Bitcoin Limited Edition First Day of Issue wallets, 50 of you are going to win one. You have to go to badco.in/ballet and follow the instructions on that page. You're going to have to fill out a form because basically we're not going to have a wallet. You're going to send.
Yeah, we'll
it.
ship them out.
You'll ship to the
Sure.
world. Any international issues?
All over the world.
Anywhere. Okay.
awesome.
This is going to be for a limited time.
Thank you, Mr. Bobby Lee. Man, that was
Yes.
amazing of you,
Fist
man.
bump.
It's so
We're
great.
gonna let this contest go. I don't know how long we're gonna run it for, but we'll on the webpage it'll say how long because we don't know exactly when this episode is coming out. But we appreciate that. 50 of you are gonna get a
Man, these are cool, too.
badco.in/ballet. Mr. Bobby Lee. The website for the wallet is
Ballet Crypto.
Not Bad Crypto, balletcrypto.com. If you ever do a podcast, it could be the Ballet Crypto Podcast.com.
Yeah. Balletcrypto.com.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Who's bad?